Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at XRP, seeing what's going on. Got a lot of requests for this. Obviously, it's up over 30%. We can see that Ripple wins a verdict that XRP is not a security. So really big deal. We're going to check that out and kind of see what this means. There's a great chance that the price is going to continue higher. So I'd be careful, very careful, trading into this as far as a short position is concerned. I know a lot of folks got wrecked here in the 56 to 60 range, because that was a previous resistance level, and it just blasted straight through that. Okay, so keep in mind, we're going to take a look at some larger time frames, identify some key levels, supports, and resistances, and make sure we know specifically what's going on there. So if you are new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today if you want to become a better trader. Again, cryptocash.tech is the site. Quick little heads up here. We got some awesome results here recently. We took some profit here from Ethereum, 25% and 17% from Bitcoin. Well, yes, we did lose a little bit here from Comp, a nice 18% there. We still come out above on the week. Okay, so again, that's what trading is all about. I wouldn't trust anybody that is always reporting positive earnings, because again, there's always some losses to be taken. The key is to minimize your loss, maximize your gain. We got the same thing here as well on our trading account here as well. You know, had a bad week last week, lost $70, but we're up already so far this week, making some people some money. So again, good copy traders, got a good 30 people here following me. It's really cool. Thanks again for the, well, I guess I wouldn't say support, because it really doesn't help me very much. It really just helps you get where you need to go, right? So again, thanks again for that follow, I guess you could say. Greatly appreciate it. And obviously, again, you want to become a better trader. This exclusive offer is only available till the 31st of July. This is BingX. They have no VPN or KYC required. Absolutely recommend using them. You get a $50 bonus and a $100 bonus with a deposit of a small amount and just trading with a little bit more. Okay, so cool stuff there. Everything's linked down below if you want to check that out. So what we want to talk about here, this is the weekly here, right? And what I saw here, pretty obvious, is a strong resistance level, or close to resistance, could even be a support, depending on how you look at it, right here in the range of about 58 to 60. Okay, so you can kind of see this level here where the price action wicked down a few weeks here in a row back in January, and then last year when we had the summer blues back in 2021 rather, that was basically a time frame where we saw a really low point there, but the lowest point in which the price closed was about 58 cents. Okay. We were down that for a while, or below that for a while. So now that we're back up above, again, this hasn't officially closed yet, but if we close above 58/60 on the weekly, we're going to be looking pretty darn good to be kind of on the right side of the tracks there, right? And what we want to look at as well is just some key factors here. Now, we've been above 50 on the RSI for some time. We're trending closer to 70. The closer you get to 70, the more likely it is to resist and slow down. So keep in mind, we could lose some momentum here, but there's a lot of traction between here and the current, or the most recent highs, if you will, rather, right there about 86, 87 cents. Okay, so a lot of range of motion there between these two ranges there that could very well affect, well, the state of the coin, right? Because the price goes up, it will reject off at specific levels. Right now, we're kind of in this free flight zone where we want to look for a closure above 58 or 60, and we're going to be in pretty good shape. Okay, so again, mostly looking good there. Obviously, we're going to be above all three moving averages. That's all well and good. That's kind of redundant. We already know that that's probably the case with the price shooting up so high. We got a MACD convergence here as well. Nice little bounce there. So instead of diverging, the price continued higher. We were establishing higher highs and higher lows prior to that. So all is well here. There's really no downside here on the daily, or sorry, the weekly. Let's look at the daily here, and we are up over 70 on the RSI. Of course, we are right there at about 77. So in truth, the price could pull back, but I wouldn't expect it to do so. There's a lot of fundamental catalysts right now kind of pushing the price action higher. It would make sense for it to be able to sustain this price and go further. Okay, so I would just highly recommend not shorting into this. If you short into it, of course, maybe use low leverage, low position size, so you can sustain some kind of candle wicks, because right now it is jumping all over the place. That said, though, the daily looks pretty strong here. We got a convergence. We are up over 70. And as I mentioned before, that is, once you break through that level, it can work as a support, which coincidentally, we're back up above 60 cents here, which is a pretty strong resistance level in the past. So again, a closure today above 58 to 60, I think would kind of solidify the likelihood of further upside. We close below that, we may see some rejection of the price come back down, but it just seems much more likely for the price to continue to flourish here, because this is a fundamental catalyst. This isn't like a baked in kind of news, right? Nobody knew this was going to happen. Now that it's happened, the price is going to shoot and continue higher. Okay, so again, be mindful of that. Those are some things we want to pay attention to. What we also want to take a quick look at is the 4 hour and kind of see all fair value gaps have been filled. So that is not even a consideration at this point. We're well past that. There's no previous ones also that need to be filled. So we're pretty much in good shape there. We take a look at the RSI, big surprise, up over 70. On the RSI, we can see we are right at about 93. So we're capped out there. The likelihood of the price pulling back is higher because of that, but you got to recognize that this has a strong likelihood of continuation. So while it may not blast off further from here right away, if we can consolidate at 60 to 58 cent range, there's a great chance we're going to see the next leg up from there. So I would say you're more likely to have more success longing than taking a short right now, based on everything that's happening so far. Even though we are overextended, it's not really a true overextension because we're in a situation right now where if the price does pull back, just say for example we take the most recent low to the current high, which I don't recommend doing until we candlestick close on the daily first. But at this point, we can kind of see that 0.382 hanging out there at close to 58. And of course, 0.236 at 60. So we got this little range here. There's a good chance we're going to be able to stick within this, and the next leg up will come from there. Only thing that would cause the price for XRP to come down is if Bitcoin hammers down to 29,000, 28,000. So just be mindful that is still a possibility because Bitcoin's having some difficulty crossing the 31,000 range, but it's retesting it again here today, and that's part of this here as well. Bitcoin's jumped also concurrent with XRP. All right, so fantastic stuff there. We're looking at the hourly really quick here, and we can, not really much to note here. It's too early in this transition. There's not a lot of overextension. Obviously, the cloud's going to give us some misreading. So in truth, the best thing you can do is kind of just look at the Fibonacci retracement and kind of anticipate that we're probably going to stay in this range. If we do lose that 0.5, just so you know, 55.6 or 56 cents rather, might be an appropriate dollar cost average target. I think it's a little lofty at this point, but it's very common for retracement to occur halfway down the original starting point. Okay. In other words, it's very normal. Like if this were to be a normal thing, just say fundamental catalyst, subsides and all the excitement goes away, we could probably see a consolidation between 56 and 58. Okay. My guess is it would go up from there regardless. But is it going to go on that low between now and then? It's really hard to say. But I feel like we're going to probably see 58 to 60 for the immediate foreseeable future today and possibly tomorrow, and then a leg up from there. There's a great chance if Bitcoin can sustain 31,000, XRP is going to fly. Okay, so again, some cool stuff there. The last thing we can kind of look at is the 15-minute. And this is kind of something I would like to pay attention to. I like to look at stochastic RSI on the 15-minute, so you can kind of just see what's going on. We do have this divergence, so to speak, forming. But if you've probably seen my videos in the past, the first time this happens isn't the best time to do it. Oftentimes you want to wait for the second divergence in order to essentially consider shorting. Now if we take a look at CC Golden, it doesn't really give us even a sell signal just yet because we haven't come back down below 70 on the RSI. Okay, so we got a buy signal here back at 47 cents. So anyone who used our CC Golden indicator roughly, 2.5 hours ago is perfectly in the green right now. So again, congrats on that. This is available on our homepage if you want to take a look at that. But the bottom line here is that we're looking for a closure above 58/60 here today, and I think that would reaffirm the fact that we're likely to stay in this range and continue higher. I'll go ahead and put out, as I do per usual, on our Twitter and Telegram. Those are both linked below if you're not part of that. I send out daily updates and potential playout charts as well, and that is something that we're going to be able to focus on here. Keep an eye on it. There's a great chance that if we do experience a pullback, that the price action will effectively pull back to a near Fibonacci retracement level right there at 0.382 as I'm expecting, or potentially go a little bit further. Okay, so again, there's no guarantee it's going to pull back that far, but if you're going to try to wait for a low point, I would say 56 to 58 would be a better case scenario, but more likely we're going to probably see the price continue sideways and up from here. It just has that feeling. I've seen a lot of charts like this play out, and it's much more likely to go up than down. I know it feels kind of weird longing the top, but you're going to find much more success doing that than you will a short. By no means am I telling you to take a long right now. I'm recommending we wait for consolidation at this level first, make sure it holds. But once again, once those previous resistance levels are established and we close above that, preferably on the daily and the weekly, then we're going to be in good shape to see that leg up to possibly that upper 80, low 90 cent range and even further, right? Just because we're range bound in that area doesn't mean it's not going to stop, right? But there's a good chance that that XRP will probably hit $1 in the fairly near future based on what we're seeing here so far. But again, a lot needs to happen between now and then, right? So please be careful, cautious. I recommend if you're going to long be just low leverage, low position size. Same thing with shorts too. In fact, I would not really recommend a short. It would be much more appropriate to wait for the dip and then to try to buy it, if you will, right? But again, different strokes for different folks. It's up to you. You let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below and let me know if this is something that you're passionate about. If you've been following XRP for a while and you're finally happy and you're in the profit, go ahead and let us know. It's cool to hear that. And obviously do the same thing on Telegram and or Twitter because we'd love to hear from you there. But once again, thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you learned something here today. Sorry it was a little bit longer of a video than usual, but I just like to cover some of those things. And again, be sure to follow us on our copy trading if you'd like. This is available on our, on BingX, of course. And then if you want to register for BingX, be sure to use this link so you get these eligible benefits. Only available till the 31st of July. All right, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.